Yeah, I just wanted to do a quick introduction. I've got Vera here from our support team with me. She's kind of going to be your main point person going forward and going to help us through the launch process.
Perfect. Thank you.
I think we met before in the when you were going over the
A
I
settings.
couple
think we
weeks ago.
did.
That's true.
Yep.
Got all my weeks jumbled up here.
No worries.
I remembered the color of your hair and I
Ah,
thought how pretty that is. So I figured,
thanks.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not that
So
color anymore. Maybe I go back and forth about whether or not to go back to it.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Well, it's definitely a pretty color and it
Thank
looks
you.
really good on you. So
Thank
yeah.
you.
Well, I'm going to be basically your liaison. Any questions, training, onboarding, I'll walk you through the process.
Okay.
Uh, and since you're going to be full service, we take care of most of the heavy lifting, but I'm just going to show you around. Have you had a chance to look at the prototype since?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have any questions about like the layout, the functionality? I just figure I'll go with any questions you have and get them knocked out.
Yeah, not quite yet. We're hoping to keep the website looking as close to what it currently looks like as possible. So it right now, with the ad network ads on the screen and stuff, that will change, of course, when our advertisers are on the site, of course. But right now, I don't
Absolutely.
have any real questions about the site just yet.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
that does remind me one thing that we could start off with. Jack, our designer, mentioned that you said you were having trouble uploading the archives to the FTP.
I, I might be confused about the process. I
Okay.
went in and tried so we have our archives, our PDFs, our e-editions on our server, and they are in individual files and they are individually bound. But we have going back, I mean, they're going back to 2014 on our website, and even further on the server. So if there is a better way than to do it one at a time, that would be ideal. Otherwise, that's going to take quite a long time to create a new folder for each bound version and upload each e-edition going all the way back to, years and years and years. Are you still with
Yeah.
me?
Yep. Sorry.
Sorry, that's
Just
okay.
processing all that information. Vera, does that sound right? Or is there another method? I don't normally
Yeah,
handle this.
honestly, I don't either. I know how to get you connected. What I could do is let's go there and then I'll show you what normally most people do, and maybe this will answer your question. So I'm using an online FTP service. They have different ones like FileZilla, but I like this one because you can do it from your phone and anywhere. You don't have to have something on your local computer. And oh, I think I misspelled something here. Just want to make sure TP dot. I'm having a hard time seeing today, so I apologize. Let me see if I can make this bigger. I apologize. My site is really bad today. Fix that. I just want to make sure I have the right information here so that way we can get logged in there. That looks right. All right, so what I did was I put in ftp.our-hometown.com. That's
And
going.
I was able to connect via FileZilla. That's what we
Okay.
use in the office.
Okay,
Um,
great.
but it wouldn't allow. I tried to upload one of our PDFs and it wouldn't. It said it was the wrong type of file and it was a failed upload.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. Well, let's try it. Let me go here. And of course, you should have the username as temp and then OHT underscore welcome, and it'll take you right here. Once this goes to here, what we're going to do is we're going to look for you. Let me see. And like I said, my eyesight's bad, Tyler. If you don't mind helping me, let me know. I thought it would
I
be
will
under
take
T.
a look.
Yeah, I was looking under T.
Maybe P, Fort Townsend.
Maybe. Let's try P. Well, here's a P. There's Parma. Yeah, I don't see a file.
Oh, right there.
So,
PT leader.
oh, that's why. Okay. All right. So there's nothing here. So what we could do is we can create a folder in this and we can name it. Oh, I don't know. Let's just name it test just for grins, and I'll delete this out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab any PDF that I have, and then I'm going to drag it over into this. Let me just grab a PDF here. All right, here we go. And I'm just going to drag it. Oh, I guess I need to open this, don't I? Now stop. All right, so that should do it.
Vera is testing out just to make sure the FTP is working right. One option that might be a workaround, at least to test the file type and to make sure that everything's good there, is if you want to just go ahead and send us a PDF that you were trying to upload through WeTransfer, then we can take a look at that specific file and see if there's maybe something with the formatting that just needs adjusting.
Yeah, they're just saved as PDFs on our server, and it would not
Okay.
take the PDF. It'll take a
That's
text file,
interesting.
but not a PDF, at least through FileZilla.
That's weird. Yeah, because this is a PDF and it took it without any issues. Yeah, so and what I like about this one versus FileZilla is you can click on it and you can actually preview what you just uploaded. All right, so yeah, so you could just go right here and preview what you upload. So
I'm connecting again through FileZilla just to.
yeah, and
Yeah,
if
we
it
can
gives you a problem,
troubleshoot.
exactly. I'm wondering if there's a setting or something. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to go into FileZilla and I'm going to go into the prospects folder and delete what I just did. I don't think I can do that from here. I tried. Oh, wait, maybe if I click here. Yeah, there we go. Remove.
I see the file that you just uploaded.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and add, and so I don't see the folder, the test folder. I can only see the PTL folder, and then within that I see the file that you just uploaded, but no additional folder.
Gotcha. Yeah, maybe it didn't save. There we go. I just wanted to delete that out. But yeah, I'm glad I would have had deleted that anyway. So, but I just want to show you how easy it is to create a folder that you could put things in. So if you wanted to even separate it by year, or because I
Yeah,
know you're going back.
it seemed easy enough on the site you used to create a folder. It's not letting me create a folder in FileZilla. And now the 924 issue that I just dropped, it is taking the PDF. I don't know what is different
Oh.
about how I did it the other day versus how I did it now. It really wasn't anything different. But it shows it's uploading. It's still in the process of uploading.
At
Okay.
least it's working
Well,
now.
that's good.
But
Yeah.
but
Maybe.
as I was saying, and that's all well and good. It did take the PDF now. It shows it was a
Okay.
successful transfer, but that doesn't change. I mean, I would have to do that for every issue going back to 2012. And that's a lot of PDFs to upload individually.
Yeah. Well, you should be able to, like, if you have, like, when I used to work for the paper, I had a server with all of my back issues. And if you have like one that says archives or something like that,
We do.
you could just take that folder and just bring it over. It just
I
it
would be
wouldn't
happy
take
to
it.
do that. However, each individual folder includes the single pages within that bound edition. So there are going to be, several PDFs in that one edition.
That's okay. We actually have people that use antiquated software and they can only extract their PDFs like that. They don't have like single PDFs for multiple pages. They don't have bound copies at all. So that wouldn't hurt anything. So I mean, the only thing that you might have to worry about is the format, but it looks like with your formatting system of the example you just uploaded, it should be fine.
Okay.
Because it has the date and everything, so you should be okay. Now, do you want me to create a folder that just says archives, or
I mean, if
your preference, you know what I mean? If you want me to create years for you, I could do that.
That might be helpful because, as I said, I can just click on the folder labeled PT Leader and it won't let me pick a folder within that folder. I don't see an option to pick any other folder. It just says PT Leader.
Okay. All right. Yeah. What I did was I don't
create
know
a
what
new
version.
directory, but that was.
Oh, that's the folder. That's exactly what you want, is create the directory. That's your folder. You just name it like whatever year. So like If you refresh, you should see 2025. I'm working on 2024. And I'm right clicking and I'm creating the directory. And then I name it, whatever year it is. And there you go. If you want to refresh, you should be able to see it.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, and that's all I did. So you can do that. You probably just didn't, you were looking for a folder like this one here,
Yeah.
some folder file name. Yeah, FileZilla is a little complicated, is behind the times. This one here, I like it because it's very easy to use, and I don't need any more stress in my life or drama.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, so at least we got to where you can add the folders. You can do your back issues just by dragging them over. If you don't have a lot of time to do it and you don't want to allocate separate folders for them, you don't have to. I was just trying to help and see if we could get the folders on there. And, if you have anything that are outside of folders, you could create. I just want to show you how to do that. So,
Got it.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah. So just if you want to just drag everything over, it might take a little bit for it to upload everything because that's a lot of back issues, but
Right.
at least you don't have to do them individually one at a time. Oh my God, that would stink so bad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want you to have to sit there and waste your time. You got better things to do. So by
Yeah, thank you
dragging
for that.
everything over. Yeah, that's no problem. All right, so we've gotten that taken care of. What other questions did you have?
Okay, we still have not received a response back from Creative Circle following our notice to cancel service with them, despite 2 follow-ups to that email. So that our publisher was hoping that if you needed a cooperative kind of relationship with them to have this transition go as successfully as possible, they're not responding to us, at least right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Problem.
Yeah, like I said, we've got some alternative options we can try.
Okay.
Okay. Now, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were told that you've got 60 days. That was the notice you had to give?
Yes.
Okay.
I requested a copy of our service agreement. They did not furnish that, but provided a blank copy of their service agreement that they issue generally, and that indicated that they required 60-day notice, which we have provided as of September 8th with a termination date of November 8th.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry, just thinking things through. In that case, I think we would probably wait until we get to about a month away from when you would need to launch
Okay.
to see if they've responded. I would keep checking in, keep putting pressure on there, because if we can get that file, that's the easiest and most straightforward way to do things. But other than that, the next best option would probably be if we could get any kind of backend access to your current site. Our engineer could log in and see if there's a way we could manually download things ourselves.
Okay.
And then worst comes to worst, we could do like a manual scrape of the website and just pull as much content as we can. That's not going to be quite as good as getting the archive file. So
Got it.
that's kind of a last resort. It's a bit of a hack together solution. Generally, it can get most things, but just that one seems to have the most like margin of error, I guess is how I would put it. And depending on the time involved, it might be a little extra charge on our engineer's part just because a scrape takes longer than an archive import takes. So hopefully we can get the files from Creative Circle in some form or another.
Okay. Well, we'll, keep following up with them and see if, my email asked for like a point of contact for the transition and a couple other things. So hopefully I'll hear from someone soon.
Yeah.
Well, we've had this happen before. So,
yeah,
but fortunately you have enough time. The person that I'm referring to, they let us know that it was like a week before launch. No time at all to do anything. At least now we have time to prepare, and we definitely appreciate this so much. Let me tell you, there's nothing worse than crunch time trying to get everything over and making sure everything's good. So this gives us a little bit of room that we can try different things if they're non-responsive. Another thing that I've had in the past with other providers people are coming from is you do have access to the site. If you send us the PDFs, we can extract them that way. And of course, this is like way down the road, like a month before, we can have the last 4 issues exported in here. So that way you have content. So when you launch, there are some things there until the
Right.
archives are ready. But that way you don't have to send those in advance. You could just, as you're sending them to your publisher and your website, you could just send us a copy and we can go ahead and work on this. So that way we have that prepared. We'll work with you. We understand, coming from different platforms, some are more willing to work with, people than others. Some, as soon as you give notice, it's like, okay, I'm done.
Right.
It's hard, to
Mhm.
judge people, based on that. I boy, I just really, I don't miss being a publisher for that at all. I had a provider that was in California that used to do our paper. And then when we switched to our hometown, it took me, I kid you not, 3 months to get my archives and everything.
Oh boy.
By that time, it was too late. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I just want to get on with my life and get my paper straight. And I just started publishing when we launched. It was just like pulling teeth. I couldn't get anybody. And if I did get somebody, they didn't speak proper English to where they understood what I was requesting. And it was
Mm,
very frustrating on my part.
got
And
it.
I'm pretty good at interpreting accents and speaking clearly, or trying to back up and try it again. It just was really horrible. And I don't want anybody to have to go through that. We'll try to make
Yeah.
this as seamless as possible for you.
Thank you.
Was there anything else that you wanted to bring up before we go ahead? I just want to give you a crash course, nothing too stressful. Like I said, we're going to be
No.
doing a lot of the heavy lifting. So,
Yeah,
all
I'm
right.
sure I'll have questions as we go through, but I'll let you know.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So we'll go ahead, and if you have advertisers, we can go ahead and put those prior to launch too, if you send those to us.
Okay.
And we can just have those up. Or if you have somebody that will be there. I know November is a ways away, but I used to have customers, they never changed their ads and it was in there for months. I
Oh,
just figure I'd bring it up.
yeah. No, for sure. I'll connect with the ad reps on that and get those ads over to you.
Perfect. Now, do you have a full staff for ads, or they just,
We we have a marketing director and a representative that works with him as well, like an ad rep.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I had the paper, I had like 7 people that were in different territories. That's why I asked. And then when
Ah,
COVID hit, I went down to just me.
okay.
So that's why I was asking. I had the best
Yeah,
of
yeah.
both worlds. The reason why I asked that is we could actually make their jobs and lives a little bit easier. We have these forms, one for display and one for digital. And basically the customers fill it out. You don't have to chase them down for payment. They actually get a confirmation and they can fill this out and it can go to whoever is in charge of advertising. So I just wanted to throw that out, something we could do. That way that saves them, from having to follow leads that may not pan out. These people that are going to be on your site and they pay, it's already done. They're already interested.
Yeah, we have run into some not so honest advertisers wanting to
Mm-hmm.
scam our community members. So that's probably not something that we'd like to give people access to because they would likely take advantage of that and pay for and publish an ad that we may not be able to publish for that reason. So just to
Oh
protect
yeah.
our community.
Oh, you always have the right. I clicked off of it too quickly. There's a disclaimer that at the bottom that if an ad doesn't fit their protocols, they have the right to refuse an ad
Got
and
it.
refund the
Okay.
money.
Yeah, I'll
So
run it
yeah,
by
you
them.
could do that. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we can make it as simple or as complicated, or if they want to place an ad, they can get a notification of what it is, and then they could either collect the payment in-house or online,
Got it.
whatever you want. So
Okay.
I just want to show you that that's there.
Yeah.
Um, this right here is your editor bar. You could do a lot of things. This right here, you can do some things on the front end, like your menus. You can change your logo. You can move things around like your widget areas here. What I used to do is I used to love the logo because I would change it depending on the season and holidays. And sometimes I used to make it animated. Your masthead here can be animated. It can be a GIF. So if you have some
Okay.
really neat things, that's a good way to showcase your site and gain engagement too. Because there's nothing better than to go to a site and you see people take their time on it and they want
Yeah.
to spend time on it. So I just wanted to show you that. If you go here, you go right here to the dashboard. I'll show you, this will be good on phones or on the PC or a tablet. You know, you can get me anytime. If you look for this here, this will take you to the knowledge base. But if you come down
Okay.
here, email, that's my email. And this right here is my direct number. So you always have my contact at your fingertips if you can't remember. So I just wanted to
Okay.
show you, no matter
Thank
what,
you.
you can find me. This is all your ad stuff here. We're not going to go into that today. I'm just going to show you how to do a quick article, just in case you have breaking news. I have one publisher. They don't do their sports because by the time it hits the paper, it's old news. So
Mhm.
they actually learned to do this so that way that the sports writer can publish the high school sports scores in real time, and they'll do it as breaking news. So up here, you just go right here, it'll bring up the editor, and it's just like any word processor. You can just put, you know, high school sports or whatever. I'm just going to put test because I'm not really creative. And then I'm just going to put some gibberish here. This would be your body of your paragraph and your story. A lot of these things are going to be taken off if you don't have audio articles, so those will go away. If you have a subhead, you can put it here. Your byline, I don't know if you've ever considered it, but we could actually link it to every story they've ever published.
Oh,
So
okay.
let me show you a site that I know works. Daily Catch. 1 second, I'm just waiting for it to load. When I share it, there's always a delay. All right, so let me go in and I'm just going to click a story and show you how it will look. Some people like it, some people don't use it. It's completely optional, but that's what the byline does. So let's just go here and I'm just going to bring this one here and it should have an author. Where is it at? It does not have an author. Let me find a good story that has an author so I can show you how it works. Let's try this one. Fingers crossed I picked a good one. All right, so if I go right here, this will go right to this person's profile and it'll show every story that they've ever written. So they can go all the way back to the very first story they've
Oh,
ever
wow.
published.
Okay.
So what's really nice now, this publisher didn't do this, but they can include a photo, a bio, whatever, and that all can be controlled by them if they want to make updates or change their picture and everything. So I just want to show you that's what the byline does. The
Okay.
author, a lot of people get this confused. The author is the person uploading the story. So 90% of the time be the editor or that person. If they're a writer and they have access to this.
Okay.
So I just wanted to let you know the difference just in terms of the system. So if you want a byline, you put it in the byline. Excerpt, it'll automatically generate the first 30 words for Google. Over here, we have some widget areas here. We don't worry about the first two. This right here, you can actually save it as a draft if you're waiting on a photo or additional content. You can schedule it out by going to where it says publish immediately. You can actually set a date and time that it goes out. Like I used to publish on Thursdays, but for my subscribers, I would do it Wednesday at midnight. So that way they could see all the content a day early. That was part of the perks of being a digital subscriber,
Okay.
because we were heavy into classifieds. So people want to get a jump on a good deal. These are your categories. Those can be called and renamed, or the articles within them can be reassigned. No sense going over this too much until we get the archives and then you have more content to work with. Tags are really good. Those are mainly for internal use. So if you have a story, like we have one publisher, they're following a murder trial, and basically every week there's an update in this murder trial. It was a cold case and they finally got the person 20 years later. So it's a big story. And they just put hashtag murder or something like that. So that way they can find it easy in the search area.
Okay.
Or if it's by somebody like it's political, they put politics. So that way they know that those stories go in a certain area or if it's sponsored content. So I just wanted to go over that. That's something that is not searchable by your readers, but for your staff. For like breaking news stories, you have this area here. It's good for 24 hours. After 24 hours, whatever category that it's normally in, it'll automatically go there. And you'll have like a little red ticker and a link to the story right above the menu. So I just wanted to show you where that area is and why you would use it. I used to use it for like public service announcements, like if there was a water main break or a gas leak, evacuation order, that kind of thing. Or we had a horrible accident a couple of years ago where you couldn't even go anywhere on the highway. It was just gridlock. It was a snowstorm and it involved like 3 tractor trailers and 2 SUVs. Nobody was going anywhere. So we basically sent that out by email to let people know to take the detour roads and, be safe. Those are just really good examples that I've used personally. And if you want to send it out by email, you can do that right here. Anybody in your newsletter list, breaking news story, this will send it, this whole article as it is. You don't have to worry about creating a newsletter just for that. Additions, you probably won't worry about that unless you're worried about SEO or your archives. The additions is the date that the paper publishes. I'm sorry about my dogs.
It's okay.
So if I were coming out Thursday, it would be Thursday's date. So that way all of those stories know that it belongs with that paper. And if this was outside of the paper, like for sports scores, you could still assign it, and that way they know it was part of that paper. It just didn't get in the print version. And then this is your featured image. If you go in here, wherever your cursor is, and you click Add Media, this will be where your photo goes. So I'm just going to wait for that to load. I'm just going to upload the very first image, and I'm in text. Let's go to visual. And if you click on the image, you can change the justification, like left and right, or center it. And then that controls the word wrap. But that'll also determine, since that's the first photo that you added to the article, that would automatically default as your featured image. If you wanted something different, you could just click that and pick something else.
Got it.
And then you would just go ahead and publish or schedule it as normal. So like I said, I kind of glanced over everything. Everything's in the tutorials and the knowledge base, and we'll send you a copy of this as well. But if you get stuck at any point, because since we're going to be doing the extraction, you probably won't be doing much of this. But if you need me, I'm always here, and I always have time to show you and jump on a quick call or Zoom and walk you through.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Did you have any questions about where you wanted to go? Anything you wanted to learn today?
Not specifically quite yet. I think we'll probably have more questions as we get closer to the date that we launch. But yeah, I mean, there are features that I'm probably not sure we'll be able to do that we're currently able to use on our site. So as we get closer, I know I'll have more questions, and I'll probably connect with you for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, usually what we'll do is we'll do official pre-launch when we're closer to the date, and then we always do a post-launch a week after. So that way, if there's any tweaks or final things that you need to change up or add, in that case, we always cover that. If you acquire new staff, we do onboarding. So if they need to learn how to put ads in, like if you get a new salesperson, we could show them how to do that. Writing articles. So if it's somebody who's just going to be doing that, we can take care of that as well. So
that's extremely helpful. Thank you.
And it's 100% free. Why not, right?
Well, not 100%. I mean, we are paying still.
Oh yeah, but it's included. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know what you meant. I know. Thank you.
It doesn't cost any extra. How's that?
Thank you. No, it was fine. I got what you meant. I was just teasing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I should rephrase it though. You're right. It is included. So, but that's it for me. Tyler, did you have anything more?
I did just think of one thing that we might be able to knock out real quick that would help with planning. Vera, would you have the information we need for the questionnaire for extraction handy?
The welcome letter?
No, this is a little different. Here, let me go into, bear with me one second. Let me stop my share because I need to figure out which screen I'm on here. I have 3 monitors
Oh,
and all of them have tabs open. Fortunately, no music is playing, or else I'd be going crazy here. All right, so I think it is called transparency. I think I have it in there. And then what I'll do is I'll just bring up a Google Doc. There it is. All right, so let me go into, let's see. Oh, it'll take me a second. All right, let me just do it the old-fashioned way since I can't get it this way. I'm just going to pull up an email and do search for it here. There we go. All right, so here, let me copy all this over and then I'll share my screen again. All right, let's try this one more time. All right, so here we go. I'll fill out what I know and we're just going to leave this blank because we know it's going to be sometime in November. All right, so what date of the week will we potentially get the files?
are you referring to the e-editions or PDFs or
Yeah, the PDFs.
So I'm going to be working on those today.
Oh, no. Going forward, like what day of the week
Oh, got
do
it.
you send to your
It'll be
publisher?
Tuesday.
Do you have a time that you normally send out?
Usually no later than 3 p.m.
And that's your time?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. All right. What time do you want to have this published to your site for your readers?
Midnight Wednesday.
Okay. All right. I'm going to have to blow my screen up again. Please excuse me. There we go. All right. So let's see here. It's our policy to extract articles from the original content and list directed by the publisher. Is there any content that you do not want to be extracted?
If it's on the print edition, no.
Okay.
Whatever's on the print edition should go on online.
All right. In the event an article is not easily recognized as belonging to a specific category, which category should we use as a catch-all?
Oh, geez.
Now we have one that's called uncategorized, but readers usually don't know to look there. We could put everything in news. That's usually a good default.
Yeah,
that okay.
I would say that.
Okay. All right. Are we doing classifieds for you?
Well, shoot. I mean, I guess.
If you
Yeah.
need to through these further, we can always update this.
Yeah, I'll send you a copy of this as well.
So that's something that I usually handle, and I've not given that a ton of thought. I import our classifieds to the website on the back end, like on Tuesday evenings, and make them public come midnight. But if that can also be extracted from the print edition, then and saves me a step, then that's fine too. I haven't given that a ton of thought.
Yeah, there's a couple ways we could do it. We have some people, they prefer their classifieds to be in separate articles. We have some that just do the PDF version, and that way you can see everything on 1 page or 2 pages. It's just classifieds. We also have in reader resources, you could do a directory where people can search and submit online, but that's a little harder.
Yeah, so I forget what we were going to use with the reader resources, but we did include that when we were talking through what's going on the site. So if we're doing the classifieds directory, we might not want to extract them just because that doesn't format into the directory.
Okay. Yeah, I believe, Tyler, you and I talked about the classified, like I wanted it to look better and have, I believe there was a site that you showed me and I was like, oh, that looks a lot better. And I like that.
Yeah. So we would be taking the classifieds online and they'll just feed straight into the directory and then you can pull them off the site and put them into print.
Love that.
Okay. Well, since that's already done, we're just going to skip this part. All right. Public notices, I guess that's along the same line as the same thing.
Yeah. But those are submitted. Legal notices should not be submitted like classifieds should. We have kind of a protocol for that. Folks have to submit them directly to our legals inbox and then and then I send them.
Set up a separate form for that.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, everything. We can automate just about everything. And as far as the way that it's handled, we'll go in line with your protocols for the paper. We just try to simplify the process a little bit. And every state's different with the requirements for public and legal notices.
Yeah.
So it's just, some are really laid back and there's very minimal work that needs to be done. And then you have those like Florida and California where they are having extra steps. that you have
Yep.
to upload not only to the paper, the website, but to your press association website, just
Yep.
to
We
have
do the same
labels.
thing. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha,
Mhm.
gotcha. Okay. Well, we could even have a button. Let me show you one that we did here. And this is actually a good case for the animation too. So that way you can see we have this. This links to their press association. And then
Okay.
down here, what I do is when I do the extraction, I just go ahead and I just put everything in one article. And I have it boldface. So, you know, this is the start of one public notice. Here's another, and it goes
Oh,
forward.
yeah. I'm not a huge fan of that. I like that people can click on individual notices.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Um,
I was just showing you that's one thing that I do,
oh,
but
yeah.
that
No, I see.
information is also on here too.
Got it.
So,
Okay. Very cool.
yeah, they can definitely be different articles. So that way, a lot of people do that too. It's just a matter of personal preference and protocols. Like I said, we'll match it. That one,
Yeah.
since it's already on the public notice site, he's really not too concerned because it's, you know, already there and people already go there to look for
Right.
them. So, all right, display ads. Are we going to be doing any display ads? Are we going to extract those for you?
That
Believe
I
so.
don't know. I think so.
Okay. I think we had that at least on the initial quote we were discussing, but we
Yeah.
could go either way,
Um,
whatever works best for you guys.
yeah, I would have to run that past the marketing director and the advertising team. That is something I can talk about with them and perhaps have them join on a separate call with you, Vera, to kind of see what the different options would be for that. I don't know, and I would like to leave that up to the advertising team.
Yeah, yeah. Now, this customer here, instead of me doing the extraction of the actual ads in the paper, because going from print to digital, there's a lot of compression. So what he does
Hmm.
is he sends me the PDFs with the high res files, and I just put them in manually, like here. So
Got it.
there's, you know, that's considered like a web ad instead of an extraction. He
Okay,
only pays $1. I'm sorry, a minute and 36 seconds for me to do each one of these.
I
That's how
see.
long it
Yeah.
takes me.
Yeah, I might connect you with Cyrus, our marketing director, to kind of explain the difference between the two options so that he can kind of connect with his department and see what the best option would be there. But I think so. I think the answer to that is yes.
All right, perfect. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave that blank and up in the air for now. And then contacts. As far as like submissions, when people sign up for subscriptions, do you have a I guess a catch-all email that everything gets sorted through, or do you have individual people within those departments that take care of things, or?
But typically, yes, but the main inbox, like the main email address for people just to send general inquiries to would be front office at ptleader.com. But the different departments have their own emails as well.
Okay, all right, and I'll go ahead and I'll get that from you, and I'll send this over. That way you have a copy of what I have, and then we can
Sure.
always circle back to this.
Yeah, and I can send you the contacts email and what we currently have on our site. And what is currently visible on the website is as up to date and accurate as possible. So that would be under
Oh,
the
I just thought
contact
of something
us.
else that would be nice to have too. Is there a person that, like your graphic designer, that sends the files? Who should we contact for files?
Production at ptleader.com. Or wait, sorry, wrong email. Graphics at ptleader.com. But it's our production team.
Okay, that's easy enough to remember. Okay. All right.
And you'll probably have one. It's the same person in that does graphics, but she's our production person also, but handles that inbox that I just gave you, the graphics.
Okay.
I can give you her email as her private email as well.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go with this now because this
Okay.
is, you know, we could always go back to it. And let's see here. I'm just making sure there wasn't anything pressing in here that I needed. I think we're good there. First of all, let me get rid of this. This doesn't belong here. I think that is all that we need. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Fine.
I think that's it. One thing I can tell you also, let me go back to that page I had up here, and we're just going to go back into this article that we were playing around with. I wanted to show you that this is something new that we can do. Oh, this is a new article. Okay, so this is probably one that was being tested. Let me pull up. All right, I showed you how to do an image. Now I want to show you something really neat. I want to show you that you can embed MP3s.
Oh.
So that's an MP3. If it's like a breaking news and you have like a candidate that's running for office you want to interview, you could have them speak in their real voice. And you can also do video. And here, let me just show you how to do that. You can just basically just drag and drop it and just select what you want. And you can embed a video from your phone into the article. So if you're doing something, Q&A session, you want people to see their reaction, because that's 90% of politics, right? Is how they respond under pressure, right?
Right.
But you could also do like if you have like little commercials you want to do, or promotions, a subscription push. I have one publisher that they're actually looking to use the video for like the real estate and do like virtual tours through apartments and houses for rent. And that one that I showed you, the Daily Catch, on her front page, she does a video of the day where she goes through and the local advertisers that advertise with them. She does a Q&A session, what they do, how long they've been in business, that kind of thing. Let me go back. And there's that animation with the logo. I just love that. It just draws you in. And that's the video block that we designed for her. We just made that available back in July. So you're coming at a really good point where we're unleashing all these cool things that you can do. And it doesn't cost any extra. Everything is included in your package with this. If you can upload an image, you can upload a video or an MP3.
Great. That's cool.
So I just wanted to show you how easy it is. You could just embed it in and do a preview and it'll work. I'm going to delete this so that it doesn't stay on your server. All right, well, that's pretty much it for me. I'll send you a copy of the recording, timestamps, and also the form that I filled out, so that way we can circle back to it later.
Okay.
Tyler, was there anything else? I just want to make sure there wasn't anything I was missing.
No, I think we've got everything.
And I think we'll probably, as we get closer, you said there was going to be another meeting just to connect before we launch.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah,
perfect.
we can go over everything that we have. If there's anything we still need, like subscriber lists, we usually upload your subscribers the day before.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry, the day of the launch. Sorry. The newsletters we do the day before. So that way we make sure nobody falls through the cracks.
I do have a question about the Simple Circ integration with the site. How will that work for users? Because I won't have to do, we're currently doing an import to the website so that data from Simple Circ is reflected on the website. It's not real time, like changes. So when we make a change in Simple Circ, it's not up to date in our website. I'm hoping that when we discuss the integration with Simple Circ, that will be removed. That problem will be
I can answer
no more.
that. I can answer that. I have a customer who launched with Simple Circ and it is real time. So if you make a change in there, it goes there.
Wonderful.
There is also a form they use for their snowbirds to pause their subscription while they're in Florida, or to resume, or address changes, and that is reflected in Simple Circ as well.
Wonderful.
There's gift subscriptions. Those are a little challenging. I believe you have to do those in Simple Circ, not on the website, but it does reflect in real time. The only time that I've ever had a problem with Simple Circ is if somebody made a change outside of what they did was they took an initial subscription, and instead of creating a new transaction and subscription, they just added more time to the existing one. That prevented the customer from reading the e-edition.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, basically the way MemberPress works in the integration is every subscription is like if you go to a grocery store, you pick up a gallon of milk. and then you go back because you forgot bread. Each one would have a different receipt. The same thing is like with MemberPress. You have to have a different transaction for each subscription. So
Okay.
that way it talks back and forth. If you add more time to it, that's where things get a little haywire. But
Because we do that from time to time. Like somebody, maybe a family member is deceased and we're adding additional issues to family member that was left on that other person's subscription. So there are moments where we will add additional issues to someone's subscription without a transaction.
Gotcha. Well, the nice thing about the transactions in MemberPress is you can make $0. So
Okay.
that way that extra time can be added to the end of it. You don't have to put a price on it. It's just like a receipt, you know, it's just a way for MemberPress to go back. Sorry.
That's okay.
And track things and allows the API to translate what you put into SimpleCirc or MemberPress goes into SimpleCirc and go back and forth. But we could always cross that bridge. I believe that we could even demo it. I know engineering tests it rigorously before anything. It is during the launch period. So that way that you make sure the APA key works, that everything's talking back and forth. I believe that we do have a contact that we've dealt with in SimpleCirc in the past. I don't know if they're still there, but you know, we have somebody that we could at least reach out to if there's any problems.
Perfect. Yeah, we're really hopeful that our users don't have any impact to the transition, right? Like they can still, nothing changes for them, hopefully.
And nothing will
except
change for
less
them.
issues, because right now we're running into issues every day with the lack of integration between SimpleCirc and the
Yeah,
site.
I think the only thing is, if correct me if I'm wrong there, but users will need to reset a password on the new account. But
Yeah,
that should be
that's
the
it.
only impact.
Okay.
Well, what we
Okay.
do, and this might be helpful, this is why we get your subscribers the day of. So when the site is launched, we send a newsletter out, and I can send you a copy closer to the day, so that way
Great.
you can actually reformat it how you like it. Basically, it says that, you know, PT Leader is now on a new site. Unfortunately, we're not able to take auto renew or subscriptions, you know, over with sensitive information. It's now time to change your password.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, because they have a message like that for subscribers on the website for whatever reason. And we have been fixing issues connected to that message. People are purchasing duplicate subscriptions. They can't log in. It's been a nightmare. And
Oh,
Well,
I
there
hope
is
to reduce that.
Well, there is some good news here. Let me share my screen again. I just want to show you one customer and I'll show you a template. All right. So what we do normally is after launch, we create a little button here, report login issues. And that helps them on board. So if they can't
Okay.
get in using their password, I can reset their password. If they get locked out, if they can't remember their username, that email comes to me. Basically, they fill out the form with their username, email, phone number, address, whatever I can find to log them in. And I match them up and then I send them an email. Okay, these are your credentials. Try logging in. You can reset using this link. And usually they're on the way. If
I
there's
do
any
like
serious
that
problem.
option. And so the folks who have already updated their auto renew through SimpleCirc based on the instructions that Creative Circle put on our website, will they have to do that all over again?
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no way to transfer that. I don't think. I'm going to double check with engineering to find out. I believe that because
yeah.
of laws and confidentiality and security, they can't be.
Right.
But
So folks have already, like, we can't see that data. They can, like, how do I explain it? So they've added their card and reinstated their auto renew. We can't see that, but once, I'm just hoping we don't have to make them do that all over again, because we've run into some issues around that. People complaining, my newspaper is not, I can't log in because my auto renew didn't happen, or like just lots of different issues with.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Usually that newsletter, if if they have, when we get your subscriber base, I guess that's the best way to start. If it
Mhm.
has an expiration, if they're on auto renew, when they reset their password, if they're on auto renew, they may be prompted to resubscribe or enter their data because their payment information won't be carried over.
Okay. All right. Well, it is what it is.
We'll cross
Again,
that bridge together, and I'll try
yeah.
to minimize the pain points as much as I can for you.
Okay.
You
No
got a
worries.
partner, you don't have to do this all on your own.
Vera, how long is the launch window again? Because you handle all of those reader questions for a few weeks after launch personally, right?
Yeah, it's the first 30 days. We take
Oh,
care of your onboarding.
love that.
And I
Love
always
that.
let you know a week before. Now, we do have some customers because they have like a staff of 1 or 3, depending on
Mhm.
how big the paper is. Like that O'Fallon, they've been with us for 3 years, and I still get their information when people submit the forms.
Oh,
It's
wow.
a different, it's a different cost, you know, and I only charge for my time, but that's
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
They get a charge for each customer, and it's been far few in between.
Okay.
It's just he doesn't have time running the paper and doing everything else. He delivers the paper, does the advertising,
Oh,
that poor guy
geez.
does it all.
Holy
So
cow.
yeah, that's why he sends it to me. And then we have another one that does the same thing. And it's just my
Yeah.
time. And I try to get them as done quickly and as efficiently as possible. And I'm good with nasty
Yeah.
customers too. So if you have a nasty customer, send them my way. I
It's
always
just
make them happy.
it's a little it's strange that because we've changed to Simple Circ for our subscriber database, and people have on their own updated their auto renew options. It just
Mm,
I was hopeful that because they've done that in their own accounts, they wouldn't have to do that again through, the website. If they've selected it
gotcha.
already in Simple Circ. Yeah,
And
I just didn't know how
there
that would work.
might be a chance that that is how Simple Circ works. I
Okay.
don't know if I've encountered this question when doing the circulation integration.
Okay.
So we'll check with engineering and see if maybe it won't be an issue at all. But we can
Well, here's to
absolutely,
hoping.
yes,
I just
We'll
have
hope.
to be completely transparent to
Yeah,
let you
right.
know,
no, I
just in
get it.
case.
I get it. Thank you for that.
That's
All
one
right.
thing you'll notice about us. We're really easy to work with. We're very super responsive. Email, like I do trainings or I do meetings with customers on the fly throughout the day. If they don't respond right away, I always call you back or I always email you back. Just
Yep.
like that phone call that I just got, I'm going to call that person back as soon as I'm done. So you don't ever have to worry about being forgotten. Everybody's important to us.
Love that. Well, thank you. And I look
Yeah, no
forward
problem.
to getting closer to the launch date so we can get this.
Oh,
We just
yeah.
want to kind of be done with Creative Circle at this point.
Absolutely. And if
understand.
there's anything we can do to try to ease the pressure, just let us know.
Will do. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for meeting with us today. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and I look forward to working with you.
Likewise. Thank you so much, Vera. I appreciate your help today.
Oh, my pleasure. Have a
Okay.
terrific rest of your day. Take care, guys.
Too. Bye, Tyler.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.